We start with an absurd premise, a single, rotund elephant getting hopelessly tangled inside a low-hanging rain cloud during a storm. To an adult, it's a nonsense scenario. But for a toddler, this is a high-stakes thriller where an elephant is trapped in a hostile environment and needs an immediate exit strategy. This illustrates a central challenge in early education. We have to explain abstract concepts like arithmetic or structural integrity to a human being who has yet to master basic speech. Nursery rhymes like Ekmotahati solve this by acting as cognitive simulators. They bypass language barriers to model complex logic through simple, repetitive action. By tracking the journey of these 5 specific elephants, we can clearly see the progression of frameworks a developing brain uses to interpret its physical and social surroundings. The simulation begins with a baseline environmental obstacle. Our first elephant is stuck on a narrow, rainy path, unable to proceed alone. The elephant responds by executing a specific call to action. He signals for a second elephant to help with the rhythmic invitation, idera, come here. This models socialization as the primary tool for problem solving. It teaches that when a barrier is too large for an individual, the solution is to expand the group. This diagram illustrates the underlying mathematical lesson. A single isolated circle represents the first elephant. As it pulses, it pulls a second circle into its orbit, merging to form an interconnected 2 unit. This introduces 1 plus 1 as a functional shared outcome. In this context, arithmetic serves as a practical mechanism for community building long before a child encounters numbers on a page. The narrative then ramps up the absurdity. 3 massive elephants attempt to ride a tiny bicycle, followed by 4 elephants trying to sit on a wooden vegetable cart. This blueprint highlights spatial reasoning, comparing the dense mass of 3 elephants against the fragile wireframe of a small bicycle to evaluate scale. Transitioning to the wooden cart, a stress test meter overloads and fractures the moment a 4th massive shape is added. This demonstrates mass limits and structural failure. The rhyme uses comedic failure to make these lessons stick. Falling off a bike or breaking a cart provides a visual punchline that makes the logical consequences of the physics memorable. Through this humor, children internalize the physical boundaries of the world, specifically weight, capacity, and the limits of a structure. The video shifts focus to the Upper Kanka Chalta Hai segment. This part of the transcript moves through a sequence of a spinning fan, a sleeping child, and a singing parrot. This is an exercise in associative vocabulary. It maps everyday household items to specific linguistic sounds without the need for a complex plot. While the elephant narrative builds legible frameworks, these associative rhymes build the child's fundamental vocabulary for the world around them. At the narrative climax, all 5 elephants find themselves trapped together inside a monkey's net. The monkey laughs at their predicament before removing the trap. This interaction models external intervention and the process of de-escalating a conflict. Once the net is removed, the tension breaks and the elephants dance together. This sequence teaches emotional regulation, showing how a high-stress situation can resolve into a positive social experience. The rhyme concludes by linking the successful completion of the group sequence with this shared celebration, reinforcing the social bond between the characters. The final segment of the transcript shifts from oral tradition to modern tech, highlighting apps like Apples and Bananas that offer interactive puzzles. This side-by-side flowchart shows that even though the medium has changed, the strategy is the same. On the left, we have the oral repetition loop of listening and singing. On the right, a digital reward loop centered on seeing, tapping, and solving. Both loops utilize repetitive, cumulative problem solving to lock in information. Whether it's a song or a touchscreen game, the mechanics of cognitive retention remain the same. When a child repeats a song about elephants, they are doing more than memorizing a rhyme. They are practicing the foundational logic required to navigate the world.